Listen to the midnight whisper. Can you hear us?
Thank you for remembering me. We tried reason. We brought in friends. We set up cameras. At first,
I became a man who counted windows. I checked locks until my hands bled.
stained. Small footprints showed along the baseboard. Mara took Elsie's hand and said,
They say some nights carry memories so heavy the air itself remembers them.
Later, at 3:20, Mara tried to make sense of the attic. She shone her flashlight along the walls, finding nothing, yet every shadow felt alive.
I became a man who counted windows.
Every morning, something had shifted. Nothing violent, nothing grotesque, just reminders that we were never alone.
The dress stayed folded, waiting.
We tried reason. We brought in friends. We set up cameras. At first, the footage...
From the yard, she watched. The lady in white, drifting among the pines like smoke caught in moonlight. Us. The neighbors said they hadn't seen anyone. I found the sugar jar tipped over, its paper note still folded beneath. Then, at 3:12 a.m. on the fourth night after the blessing, something struck the front door from the outside so hard that the glass spiderwebbed.
The sound was broken and wet, not like an animal, but like a hand. I opened the door to nothing but cold and the distant dark of the pines.
The cameras showed a smear, white fabric, or light, dragging itself along the porch.
We stopped inviting friends. People began to look at us like we were marked.
Mara started recording Elsie's dreams. In one, Elsie walked into the trees with the lady, whose fingers smelled of iron.
In the dream, Elsie says she found a tiny house inside the room.
When Elsie woke, she brought out the white dress and placed it on the bed as if for a guest.
I became a man who counted windows. I checked locks until my hands bled.
Each night, the shadows grew bolder. I swear one corner of the hallway leaned closer to me as I passed.
She slept peacefully, but the dress seemed to pulse faintly.
Every morning, something had shifted. Nothing violent, nothing grotesque, just reminders that we were never alone.
Mara tried to make sense of the attic. She shone her flashlight along the walls, finding nothing, yet every shadow felt alive.
I reached out instinctively, feeling the air thicken, the hairs on my arms bristling at some unseen presence.
From the yard, she watched. The lady in white, drifting among the pines like smoke caught in moonlight.
The lights shivered, and the shadows moved in ways impossible for our minds to comprehend.
She says hello. I wanted to cry and scream at the same time. I strained to see through the swaying branches, but the figure was gone, leaving only the chill of something unseen.
In the attic, shadows congealed into something almost human, almost welcoming, but the instinct to run burned through me.
Fog crept through the yard like water. She emerged silently, impossibly still, the white dress glimmering faintly.
Elsie said, "She wants us to come!"
I gripped the flashlight like a lifeline, my own breath loud in my ears, moving toward what I feared most.
And there she was, unmistakable, the lady in white, her face a blur.
Elsie stepped forward, fearless. I could not move, paralyzed by the impossible sight.
I stumbled backward, my heart hammering, convinced I could not survive this encounter. Thank you for remembering me.
Elsie clung to me. The house exhaled, and for a moment, it seemed we had survived the impossible.
Mara lit candles, murmuring prayers softly, trying to restore some fragile sense of safety.
I checked every room, every corner. The silence was louder than any sound we had heard before.
Outside, the night was calm, almost too calm. The trees stretched their fingers across the yard as if watching. Shadows whispered secrets no one could repeat. I dared not move, dared not speak.
For a heartbeat, I glimpsed her again. Then she was gone.
We clung together, breathing slowly, feeling fragile relief, knowing the memory of that night would never leave us.
Dawn came, pale and forgiving. The world seemed unchanged, but we knew better. I went upstairs one last time, hoping to find nothing, fearing what might remain.
The dress stayed folded, waiting.
Even as daylight came, shadows lingered where she had walked. I felt her presence still, patient, waiting. I watched the trees, the light, the shadows. Every movement felt deliberate, as if the house remembered more than we did. The corner was empty, yet the air itself carried her memory.
We left the house that day.
And if you ever find yourself at the edge of a wood, do not follow her. Sometimes when you are alone, you can hear things. They come on the wind.